Have you ever wondered how warfare strategies have evolved throughout history? From the earliest human conflicts, fought with sticks and stones, to the technological warfare of the 21st century, the art of war has constantly transformed. This evolution has been shaped by factors such as the development of new technologies, changes in political and social structures, and the rise of innovative military leaders. Throughout this video, we'll explore some of the most significant battles in history, examining how their outcomes hinged on the strategies employed. We'll delve into the cunning tactics of Alexander the Great in the Battle of Gaugamela, the audacious naval maneuvers at the Battle of Trafalgar, the innovative use of trenches in World War I, and the pivotal role of air power in the Battle of Midway during World War II. So, are you ready to embark on this fascinating journey? Join us as we journey through time, analyzing the tactics that shaped the outcomes of epic battles. Our journey begins in 490 BC with the Battle of Marathon. The stage is set on the plains of Marathon, Greece, where the mighty Persian Empire sought to expand its reach, yet standing in their way were the city-states of Greece, led primarily by Athens and Sparta. The Battle of Marathon is not merely a clash of arms, but a triumph of strategy. The Athenians, significantly outnumbered and under the command of the shrewd general Miltiades, employed a tactic that would forever change the course of warfare. They used the phalanx, a tight formation of heavy infantry, to hold the center while their flanks enveloped the Persian army. This tactic, known as the double envelopment, was a daring move that relied on timing, discipline, and courage. Key figures stand out in this battle. The Athenian general Miltiades, for one, whose leadership and strategic acumen turned the tide of the battle. Then there is Pheidippides, the legendary runner who raced to Athens to deliver the news of victory, giving birth to the concept of the marathon race. The impact of the Battle of Marathon resonates through history. It marked a significant victory for the Greeks, halting the Persian advance and preserving Greek culture and democracy. This battle demonstrated the power of a well-executed strategy, even when faced with superior numbers. It was a testament to the importance of leadership, courage, and tactical innovation. Moreover, the Battle of Marathon set a precedent for other battles. The military tactics employed, such as the phalanx and the concept of envelopment, became staples in warfare, influencing military strategists for centuries to come. From Alexander the Great to the Roman legions, the lessons from Marathon echoed through the ages. The Battle of Marathon marked a significant victory for the Greeks and set the stage for the evolution of warfare strategies. Fast forward to 1066 AD, we find ourselves at the Battle of Hastings. A pivotal moment in history, this battle was a true turning point, a clash between the Norman-French army of Duke William II of Normandy and the English army under the Anglo-Saxon king Harold II. In the backdrop of this conflict, the throne of England was at stake. Edward the Confessor, the childless King of England, had passed away earlier that year, leaving the throne up for grabs. Harold II seized the throne, but Duke William claimed that Edward had promised him the throne. So, the stage was set for a decisive showdown at Hastings. The strategies employed were a reflection of the time. Harold II chose a defensive strategy, positioning his forces on Senlac Hill, a location that offered a panoramic view of the battlefield. The English soldiers formed a shield wall, a common tactic in that era, where men stood shoulder to shoulder forming a human wall. On the other side, Duke William employed a mix of infantry, archers, and cavalry, a combination that was beginning to define warfare in this period. The Normans used a tactic called feigned retreat, where they pretended to flee in panic, only to turn around and attack when their pursuers were out of formation. Two key figures emerged from this battle. Harold II, the last Anglo-Saxon king of England, who met his end on this battlefield, and Duke William, who would be known as William the Conqueror, the first Norman king of England. The Battle of Hastings had profound effects on the course of history. It marked the end of the Anglo-Saxon era and the beginning of the Norman rule in England. The social structure of England was transformed as the Normans introduced the feudal system, a hierarchical structure where land was exchanged for service. This system would dominate medieval Europe for centuries to come. The Battle of Hastings marked the beginning of the feudal system in England, changing the social and political landscape of the country. It was a battle that redefined power, transformed a society, and left an indelible mark on the annals of history. Now we arrive in 1815 at the Battle of Waterloo. In the heart of Belgium, two titans clashed on a battlefield that would forever be etched in history. The Battle of Waterloo, a confrontation of immense proportions, marked a turning point that would reshape the canvas of Europe. On one side, we have the French army led by the formidable Napoleon Bonaparte, a man whose military exploits had already become the stuff of legend. His tactical acumen and relentless pursuit of victory had seen him conquer much of Europe. But at Waterloo, his ambitions would meet their match. Opposing him was the coalition of the British, Dutch, and Prussian forces, led by the Duke of Wellington and Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher. Their strategy was one of defense, holding their ground against Napoleon's aggressive onslaught, waiting for the right moment to strike back. The battle that ensued was a grueling test of endurance, with each side pushing the other to their limits. Napoleon's strategy was to divide and conquer, attempting to separate the Allied forces and overwhelm them individually. But the Allies held firm, their unyielding defense proving to be an immovable object against Napoleon's unstoppable force. Key figures from both sides played crucial roles in shaping the battle. From Napoleon's trusted Marshal Ney, who led the French cavalry with unwavering courage, to Wellington's steadfast determination in the face of adversity. But as the smoke cleared and the echoes of gunfire faded, it was the coalition forces who stood victorious. The Battle of Waterloo marked the end of Napoleon's reign, his once vast empire crumbling around him. But it was more than just a personal defeat for Napoleon. The battle represented a shift in the balance of power in Europe. The aftermath saw the rise of Britain as a dominant world power, and the establishment of a relative peace in Europe that would last for almost a century. The Battle of Waterloo wasn't just a military confrontation. It was the end of an era, a turning point in history that would shape the world we know today. The Battle of Waterloo marked the end of Napoleon's reign, ushering in a new era of peace in Europe. Our final stop is in 1942 at the Battle of Stalingrad. Picture this: the world is engrossed in the throes of the Second World War. The year is 1942, and we find ourselves in the industrial city of Stalingrad, a place that would soon be etched in the annals of history. The Battle of Stalingrad, one of the bloodiest conflicts in human history, is about to unfold. The battle was a strategic masterstroke by the Soviets, transforming the cityscape into a death trap for the German forces. The Soviet Union, under the leadership of General Georgy Zhukov, executed a strategy known as deep battle. It was a defensive doctrine that involved a combination of trench warfare, fortified zones, and strategic counterattacks. This approach turned Stalingrad into a killing field, draining the lifeblood of the German Sixth Army. At the helm of the German forces was General Friedrich Paulus. Paulus, a meritorious general, was tasked with capturing Stalingrad. However, the brutal Russian winter and the relentless Soviet resistance gradually wore down his forces. The battle was a grueling war of attrition, with both sides paying a heavy price. The Battle of Stalingrad was not just about military strategies and key figures. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of the human will. The citizens of Stalingrad, despite enduring unimaginable hardships, contributed significantly to the war effort, showcasing an inspiring story of resilience and determination. The impact of the Battle of Stalingrad on the course of history cannot be overstated. The German defeat marked a significant shift in the momentum of the war. It shattered the myth of the invincible German army and boosted the morale of the Allied forces. The Soviet Union emerged as a formidable adversary, setting the stage for the eventual downfall of the Axis powers. The Battle of Stalingrad, with its sheer scale and intensity, forever changed the dynamics of warfare. It symbolized the power of collective resilience in the face of adversity and the futility of totalitarian ambitions. The Battle of Stalingrad was a turning point in World War II, marking the beginning of the end for the Axis powers. From the Battle of Marathon to the Battle of Stalingrad, we've seen how warfare strategies have evolved over time. Our journey began with the ancient Greeks, where the phalanx formation reigned supreme. Fast forward to the feudal system, where castle sieges and mounted knights became the norm. A leap to the 20th century showed us the devastating impact of trench warfare in World War I and how it was replaced by more sophisticated tactics in World War II. These battles, significant in their own right, were turning points in history. They've left indelible marks on society, influencing political landscapes, national identities, and even our daily lives. Their lessons continue to shape military strategies today. Understanding these historical battles, the strategies employed, and their ramifications is not just for historians or military enthusiasts. It's an insight into human nature, our capacity for innovation, and our resilience in the face of adversity. As we reflect on these epic battles, we gain a deeper understanding of how the past shapes the present and the future.